felt so nice to be back in Ireland. It felt like home. Spending time outdoors when the weather permitted, enjoying sunsets, running on beaches and going on walks. This trip really felt like a classic van life holiday. We found some beautiful park-ups, revisited some of our favourite roads and just enjoyed the simple life from our home on wheels. It's an absolute treat to be back on the road, back in Ireland. This time in summer, it's just so green, and with the blue skies, you can't complain. Not that we always had blue skies. The Irish weather is as hit and miss as ever, even in August, but that didn't stop us. We settled into the routines of van life and got on the road. We enjoyed a slow start at a beautiful park up next to the sea.
This has been an absolutely beautiful spot. It really is the best of van life when you get to park up next to the sea, next to the mountains, in the sun. So yeah, we've absolutely loved it. And now we are off to see if we can find some whales.
We headed into Dingle and to 𝗪𝗏𝗃 Island Sea Life Tours, who would be taking us out on the sea.
Thank you.
This is so cool!
You want to pop your bags up here, because it doesn't get wet here, it tends to get
Yeah.
Nathan was our guide, showing us the sights and epic cliffs as we made our way out to where we hoped there would be whales. Soon enough, there were dolphins playing around the boat. And then, as if she knew there was someone watching, a whale emerged and began slapping her fin. A whale doing this can mean many things. It could be a way of marking territory, a way to attract the attention of other whales, or simply just a form of play. We are absolutely elated.
Oh my god, it's been the best sightings that we have ever seen by far, far and away. And yeah, we finally got the money shot.
Yes, and who would have thought of all places in the world, you've got to come to Ireland and you've got to check out the whales and the dolphins here. Oh.
I honestly am so surprised about how many dolphins there are just nipping around the boat. I was just like, so there are dolphins right here next to the boat. Yeah. There's a whale just over there in the distance smashing its tail down. It's just like, oh, it's perfect. It's been such a great experience. So our last stop of the day has been 𝗪𝗏𝗃 Island, and there is a colony of about 50 seals just sat behind us on the beach here, and it's just unbelievable. Normally when we're looking for seals, we're looking for like maybe one or two just somewhere on a rock or maybe swimming around. Here, 50 of them.
𝗪𝗏𝗃 Island is now an uninhabited island, but is considered the grey seal capital of Ireland, and we can see why. We wish we had time to visit. It looks beautiful and steeped in history. Woohoo! Success! Yes! And thank you to this absolute legend, family business. Definitely check these guys out. All the details in the description.
Thank you very much, guys.
That was probably one of the best experiences of my life, and I don't think I'm over exaggerating.
No, it was absolutely brilliant. Loved every minute of it. Just being on the boat and just seeing all the animals.
Unbelievable.
We made our way to Achill Island, a particularly windy corner of the world. We stayed the night high up on the cliff overlooking the sea. It was a loud and windy night. We made our way north towards one of the island's most famous spots, Keem Beach, to see if we could find somewhere a little more sheltered and maybe get out and explore. We found a great little spot, still windy, but we can't complain. 15-year-old 𝗧𝗪𝗃𝗲 loves the beach, so after a run around, we settled in for the night.
So here we are, we're all dressed up in our summer attire to go for a lovely summer walk around Achill Island. Very, very windy outside. It's been very windy overnight as well. The van was rocking at times, but we're just going to go brave it. We're not going to let a little bit of wind stop us from getting outside and exploring. So here we go.
Definitely not going to stop 𝗧𝗪𝗃𝗲. He's excited. His tail's wagging.
Yeah.
Come on, 𝗧𝗪𝗃𝗲.
We're
He's
ready.
Irish, you see, so he's used to the weather.
He's used to it.
We decided to take on the cliffs in hopes of an epic view. On the way up, we discovered this ruin, which used to be the home of Captain Charles Boycott, a land agent who, during hard times in the 1800s, refused to lower the rent despite demands from tenants. This resulted in the tenants, along with sympathetic members of the community, refusing to have any dealings with Boycott. They denied him labour, refused to harvest his crops, and even cut off the local postman service to his house. The situation gained widespread attention, and the term boycott soon entered the English language.
This is one of the amazing things about Ireland, is there's just history everywhere. There's ruins, there's castles, and this is just like a standard ruin on a walk. So yeah, it's beautiful. They're just everywhere, and it's just amazing to imagine what life would have been like when this was a working building. And also, look at this view. Absolutely stunning.
𝗧𝗪𝗃𝗲 wasn't impressed with the muddy terrain and asked for a lift the rest of the way up. We know this is the content you're all really here for.
It was a hot summer's night.
As we came over the precipice, we were met with the full force of the Irish wind. It's one of those winds that feels as though it could knock you off your feet, but it made the cliffs feel all the more epic.
This view is amazing. You just see the curves of the land just jutting out into the sea. And it's this like typical Irish coastline, just epic.
It's beautiful whatever the weather.
And it just makes you feel, it sounds really corny, but it makes you feel alive because the wind is there and it's just vast and amazing.
Vast, rugged and alive.
Yeah. Look! That is otherworldly. Oh, diggy, 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 yeah! You can't underestimate a good walk. Just because it's not this massive hike, it does not mean that you can't get brilliant views. Outstanding views, I would say. Good boy. Yay.
So guys, we have the perfect gift recommendation for you. And yes, this is a sponsor, but even if it wasn't, I would be recommending it to everybody because it is genuinely such a good speaker. This is the 𝗧𝗛𝗃𝗏 Motion 300, and for its size and for its price point, the sound quality is insane. Like the volume and the clarity, how rugged it is, how portable it is, it's honestly just perfect. So if you're out in nature with it, because like we say, you can take it anywhere with you, look at the size of it, then just be mindful of other people who might be there trying to enjoy nature and don't want your music, because like I say, the sound travels. Check this out. Considering we're on a beach and there are waves going behind us, listen to how loud this is. And now you can hardly hear me. It's crazy. So yeah, be careful. It's a powerful weapon, not a toy. It's the perfect size because it's big enough to get good sound quality out of it. It's small enough and light enough and tough enough for you to be able to travel around with it and take it with you anywhere. Van life, camping, beers on the beach, anything. And it's got a 13-hour battery life, so it's probably going to outlast most of the partying that we can do at this age anyway. And if you're really nerdy about the sound, then they have an app which you can connect up to and adjust the EQ and all sorts of smart things, and it automatically detects whether the speaker's sat like that or whether you're laying it down on a table like that, and then it changes the sound pattern so that it's the optimum sound for its position. So one thing I've just found in the app is that there's a specific mode for voices. So it's perfect for podcasts as well as all your music modes. So if you're interested in getting yourself one of these or getting someone else a brilliant present, then check out the link in our description. It really supports us if you use our links. And thanks again to Anchor for sponsoring this video and supporting our films.
One thing is for sure, van life is always more fun with a dog.
What would we do with a drunken sailor? What would we do with a drunken sailor? What would we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning. Shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor early in the morning. Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning.
Put him in a longboat till he's sober, put him in a longboat till he's sober, put him in a longboat till he's sober early in the morning.
Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning.
If, like us, you ignore your van life chores, then it can all catch up with you and end up taking a whole day or even two to catch up.
Stick him in the scupper with a hosepipe bottom, stick him in the scupper with a hosepipe bottom, stick him in the scupper with a hosepipe bottom early in the morning. Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning.
Put him in the bed with the captain's daughter, put him in the bed with the captain's daughter, put him in the bed with the captain's daughter early in the morning. Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning.
That's what we do with a drunken sailor, that's what we do with a drunken sailor, that's what we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning. Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning.
Trigger, are you ready to go on a bike?
Ready to go bike riding? Do you even pedal?
We got you a basket.
Trolley.
Oh yeah, a trolley.
What are you gonna do? Sorry, mate. You on strokes all the time with no break. What the hell's going on, eh? Good morning. We are up and early. It's a busy morning because we're getting ready to go cycling all day. But we have woken up on this beautiful dock. Look at this. Absolutely stunning. And that is just the great thing about Ireland. There are just so many random, beautiful little park-ups. And we've got a tap. It's so easy to fill up with water here. So perfect. We are loving it.
On the to-do list, we gotta wash the dishes, we gotta tidy up Jits, we gotta make the snacks, and we got ourselves the bikes.
We picked up our bikes from Greenway Bicycle Hire, ready for a morning exploring the Great Western Greenway cycle path, 42 kilometres of designated cycle lanes. Trigger really seemed to enjoy bike trolley life. We found ourselves cycling through quintessentially Irish countryside. Regardless of the lack of sunshine, it was a beautiful day.
This has just been so nice. There is something really special about cycling through a place, especially when the place is as beautiful as this. You just kind of get to see more than if you were walking, but you're going slower than if you were driving, so you get to actually really appreciate it. It's just like the perfect speed to experience a place.
Yeah, you really feel immersed in the landscape that you're in, and it's amazing to be the three of us to be able to enjoy it.
Yeah, Triggy's actually really settled in to the trolley. At first we were a bit like, is he going to take to this? Will he be a bit like, what's going on? But after just a few minutes, 20 minutes, he was half asleep and just sitting there just really enjoying himself. So it's good to know.
Yeah, Now, off home we go.
Off home we go. Twiggy, you ready to go home?
Oh, yeah. We got some treats at home.
We cycled home over the bridge and drove to Connemara National Park, where we found a stunning park up and were greeted by locals. That evening, we were treated to a rainbow at dusk and had one of the most peaceful night's sleep we could ask for. Good morning. So, like most mornings during the summer in Ireland that we've experienced, it is cloudy and rainy. However, the weather forecast says that it's supposed to be sunny later, so we're not going to let that stop us from going out on an adventure.
Just means we're going to do a shorter one after lunch.
Exactly. But yeah, still a lovely view. Look at this.
Yeah, lovely.
Just being out in nature.
Just got to be careful of midges, which apparently there are some.
Yeah, they were biting us last night.
Biting us last night. I've only ever seen them in Scotland before, but apparently they're here in Ireland too.
Yeah, well, wherever there's sheep, there's midges.
I have no idea why there are midges.
Adam made some lovely porridge and the sun kept coming in and out as the clouds rolled past. It's got to be said, not all park ups are created equal, but every now and again you come across ones that are so peaceful and perfect and immersed in nature. And what I love about Ireland is that there are so many of these. So we've just been spending our time working. Adam is working out. He's got his gym set up.
Little mini gym.
There we go, it's the
Surrounded
same
by
one.
sheep poo.
Yeah, the same one we've been taking on our travels for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And Trigger has taken to personal training, right? Yes. Would you believe the sheep kept using Jits as a scratching post?
Yeah, caught you. So the sun hasn't really come out as forecasted, but it's a bit patchy. We might get some luck. We've waited around. It's not showing itself, so we're just going to go to the beach and hope that it just is a nice day. And even if it isn't sunny, it's still very pleasant.
No bikinis here.
No bikinis here. The sun has come out,
Woohoo!
so it was definitely worth the wait.
We drove the spectacular roads through picturesque villages and onto Dogs Bay Beach.
Right, beach time.
Beach time, Trigger.
You ready, mate? You ready, buddy? So when you've got blue sky, blue water and white sand like this, it really does feel like summer has arrived, and it is very, very welcomed because we've had a fair few days that have just been a bit grey, a bit drizzly, so this is just that bit more special because of it. And what a great place to be when the sun is out like this.
When the sun is out, the beaches of Ireland can rival that of any around the world, if the water was a tad warmer.
Oh no.
He wants to be picked up. Oh, good boy. Come here. Oh, old man Triggs.
But we do have cows on our beaches.
It's mad to me that the car park and the beach right by the car park is so busy, but you come down to the actual beach, which is Dogs Bay, which is the particularly beautiful bit, and there's almost no one here. They're all just still back at the car park. So if you are going to visit, it's definitely worth the, 5-minute, 10-minute walk to this beautiful empty beach. Look at it, no one here.
Nothing quite beats a picnic on the beach. Four years ago, our adventure started right here in Ireland, and being back makes us reflect on all that's changed since the summer of 2019. 4 years of life. We've lived in Europe from our tiny van and been immersed in new cultures. I discovered my love for hiking, and we've taken on some incredible peaks. We've experienced van life in far-flung places, and we've grown a community, you. So whether you're a new hitchhiker or have been around since the early days, thank you for being part of our journey. The world is in a constant state of change, but sitting on a beach in Ireland, you could be anywhere in time.
That was one successful day.
We met up with our friend Ellie for a quick trail walk. Trust us when we say she is the right person to go on a walk with in Ireland.
So Ellie, how many of the mountains and trails have you climbed in Ireland?
All of them. Yeah, I've done over 4,000 kilometres of Ireland's national waymarked trails, and I've climbed every mountain on the island, so 275 peaks, which I did this summer, and I set a new record of just over 50 days to do them all.
A record breaker amongst us. And we also recorded a podcast with you as well, so we're going to link that in the description.
Yes.
Make sure you check out Ellie, aka Tough Souls, on YouTube and Instagram. Join us next time as we travel to Tanzania for a life-changing experience.